Now, good day, everyone. Today we'll be talking about decision constructs. Now, what is a decision construct? It is like imagine if you were to walk into the store and you want to buy a bottle of milk. Now, you have to check that if you have enough money to buy that bottle of milk. Now, if you do have the money, if you have the money, then of course you can buy the milk, or else you don't buy the milk. You don't buy the milk. Now let's try to imagine a program that uses this kind of decision. Now picture a program that checks whether a user passes or not by entering marks. Now the first line of the program will be that it'll ask the user to enter the marks. Second of all, the user will be able to enter. The user enters the marks. This asks for the user to enter. Now the next line says if the mark that the user enters is more than 50, it shall printf a pass. And if it is lower than 50, it shall printf a fail. If it's more than 50, it's a pass, or else it's a fail. So there we have it. If else construct. Now I'll demonstrate how to use this. Now remember the scenario I was talking about, that if you have enough money to buy milk. Now let's write that piece of code. Now if your money is more than, let's say, $2, then the next step will be buy milk. Else you don't buy milk. Now if, and what we have here is the condition. Within the two brackets is condition. If your money is more than 2. And remember, if else construct is one of those constructs that at the end you don't have to put a semicolon. No semicolon required. Now if condition is true, condition is met, then you buy milk. Or else, if you have lesser than $2, then you don't buy milk. If this enters here, it skips else. And remember, else has no condition at all, because else means other than the condition that you have implied over here. Anything else would come in here, so there's no condition needed for that. Now let me write the whole piece of code here about the program that checks if the user passes or fails. The first line is always include io stdio.h. Next line is to create a function, main function. Now the first few lines would always be variables. Now let's think of a variable. What variables do we have in here? A program that asks for marks. The user enters it in. The program checks whether it's more than 50 or less than 50. And the program ends after telling the user it fails or passes. Now the only variable we have here is one, which is marks. You can name it any other thing. And what's the data type for it? Well, most marks in my high school, the data type will be float. Float marks. We have to take in consideration if the user has 50.5 or 60.5. Okay, now we have the variable set. Now what is the output of the program? First, it prints on the screen, please enter marks \n. I hope you remember what \n is. What it means is that in the command prompt it goes to the next line. Alright, then next the user will have the chance to enter a value in here. What value will it be? It will be a float value, hence %f, close, comma. Now where do I put the value in? I put the value into marks. Put it into marks. Now next, when it receives the marks, it will start to do a decision. So if marks is equals to 50 or marks is greater than 50, printf passed. Now, since we have this, what happens if the marks is lesser than 50? Now else, you don't have to put in any condition here, remember that. Else, printf, fail. And then we have a return 0 here, which marks the end of the program, and you close the curly brace and correspond to this one. Now let's analyze the if-else construct again. If condition, remember behind the condition there's no semicolon. Open curly brace to tell the program that anything inside these two curly brace belongs to if. If it is true, it enters in here, printf pass, or else it enters in here. Now if the program enters this if, it does not enter else anymore, or if it enters else, it will never come to if. Now let's do a small dry run and let's see. Now this is how the command prompt would be. The first line of the program will ask, please enter marks. Okay, now because of this \n, it goes to the next line and allows the user to enter. Now I'll use a different color for the user's input. Okay, let's say the user enters 60. So what does the program do? The program checks. The program checks if is equals to 50 or more than 50. Now let's do a bit of true and false here. Now let's look at the first condition. The first condition. Now since marks right now, let me draw the box of the variable in here. Since marks is 60, let's compare 60 with the first condition. Is 60 equals to 50? False. So it's false. 60 is not equal to 50. And remember we have an or over here. Or marks is greater than 50. Now is 60 greater than 50? True. False or true is equals to true. There we have it. Now it satisfies the condition in here, the condition that the programmer has set, and it enters in here the printf a pass, and that's it. That's the whole program. Now what happens if, let's say, the user enters 49? Now let's have a check with the condition again. Now is 49 equals to 50? Is 49 greater than 50? False. False or false will ultimately give us false. Now if the condition is false, it will fall to else. We'll come in here, straight away comes into the body of else, and printf fail. Now I hope you understood if else construct. In the next video I'll talk more about its brother, switch case construct. Switch case construct in the next video, and I'll see you there.